Squid Game ends with Season 3 after a total of 23 episodes. We witness how Gi-hun's story comes to a conclusion. But were these really the last games? The season plays with the idea that the games could take place globally. The exploitation of the weakest by the elite was a central theme across the 6 episodes, and was sharply portrayed in all of them. At the same time, the powerful ending showed that there is still hope and kindness. But let's take a closer look at the deaths, the games in the new season, and what the ending of the entire series really meant. The end of the series highlights the cruel side of humanity. While the soldiers, the frontman, and the VIPs were evil people, many players were no better. Many were willing to betray or kill each other just to increase their chances of winning the prize money. Before the final game, Gi-hun was given a knife and the opportunity to kill all the players in their sleep, so that only he and the newborn baby would remain. That would have made the next game impossible. That's exactly how In-ho had once won the games, through betrayal, murdering everyone in their sleep. He now gave Gi-hun the same choice to see if he was cut from the same cloth. But Gi-hun stayed true to his moral compass and refused. Player 100 was the prime example of the dark side of humanity. He repeatedly sacrificed others for his own survival, even in the final game. Most shocking, however, was that some were willing to kill the innocent baby to win the prize money. Myung-gi was even willing to kill his own child, a helpless baby that had done nothing wrong and was about to fall victim to the darkest side of humanity. That's why Gi-hun and Myung-gi fought. But the game hadn't even started. The start button hadn't been pressed when Myung-gi fell to his death. Even in that moment, Gi-hun tried to save him, even though Myung-gi had tried to kill him earlier. Gi-hun stepped to the edge of the platform, looked at the VIPs and the frontman, then directly into the camera as if wanting to send a message to society itself. He said, "We are not horses. We are human. And humans are..." Then he stepped off the platform and fell to his death, in accordance with the promise he had made to Jun-hee. The most important thing is that the baby survives. And that's exactly what he did. He stayed true to his principles. He sacrificed himself so that an innocent life could have a chance in a better world. Money never mattered to him. It didn't make him happy. Gi-hun was the exception, a good man who was not willing to kill innocents for the game. No-Eul witnessed it all live, and that saved her life. When she burned her file, she had already given up. But Gi-hun's sacrifice proved to her that kindness still exists in the world. At the same time, the Coast Guard approached the island because Jun-ho had found it. The baby officially won the games. In-ho took the baby and everyone fled the island before it was destroyed. Fates of the characters after the finale. Jun-ho was stripped of his detective title. In-ho gave him the baby and the card with the prize money. Choi-woo took over the Pink Motel after being released from prison and planned to renovate it. Gi-hun's entire fortune disappeared, but In-ho brought it to the US and gave it to Gi-hun's daughter. The tragic part, Gi-hun originally participated in the games to provide a good life for his daughter, but she turned away from him because he was absent. No-Eul flew to China, hoping to find her daughter again, just like player 246 with his daughter. The darkest ending. In-ho drove through Los Angeles and saw a new recruiter playing Gi, a hint that the games are now taking place worldwide. His future remains uncertain. Will he change the rules or take on the role of frontman again? The series highlighted the darkest depths of human greed, but also that the needy are exploited by the rich. Every person is equally valuable, regardless of class or wealth. These were the most powerful deaths, emotionally intense. Hyun-ju died in the hide-and-seek game while protecting Gyum-ja and Jun-hee. She found the exit but went back to save the others, but Myung-gi killed her. The tragic part was that she voluntarily gave up her freedom to help others. Gyum-ja killed her own son Yong-sik because he tried to kill Jun-hee. She couldn't live with the guilt and took her own life, unexpectedly and heartbreakingly. Jun-hee gave birth to her baby during the hide-and-seek game. Later, Gi-hun brought the baby to safety during the jump rope game, but Jun-hee realized she wouldn't make it with her injured foot and jumped to her death. Min-soo. Tormented by mental illness, hallucinations, and loss, he died in the final game, thinking he saw Semi in front of him. In reality, it was the bar that pushed him to his death. Gi-hun, the most important death. He died in the final act of his kindness, reinforcing the message that staying true to one's principles and humanity is worth more than money or self-preservation. He sacrificed himself for the baby. Without his death, the message of the series would have been less powerful.